Guys, so I had an issue with my phone, being convinced that it was out of memory, and so I had to go get my tablet, which works out. You get a wider frame. Now I'll walk up close on this. If you want to read it, pause the video please, so I can keep moving. I've already read it a dozen times. We'll work from here. Now up here there's a quote that I want to read. You'll be able to read it as well as I read it. I apologize if the wind noise is bad, but the wind picked up. I have 2 or 3 takes. I'll eventually splice all the videos together so you guys can see the nature trail down there too. But there wasn't much down there, it was mostly mud. Okay, so the Serpent Mound was purposely built for a special, sacred purpose. I should think that anyone who views the serpent will realize its sacredness and treat this place as they would a cathedral, synagogue, or mosque. When we see this place, this is our holy ground. And that's Ben Barnes, the second chief of the Shawnee tribe, said that. That right there you can pause to read. We're gonna walk this trail here around the mound. Let's head down this way. I got 34 minutes here, it says. So we gotta be quick. Penelope will love that because she likes to make sure I go as fast as possible when we walk. There she is. I'm sorry, there was some music playing. I stopped for a second. Okay. This is the trail to the serpent, and they are very serious about this place, okay? They ask that all visitors respect the American Indian people that created this spectacular effigy mound. Out of respect and deference to Native people, our policies prohibit visitors from walking on or placing any items on the effigy or other mounds on site. Now there is a burial mound back there. It's in another video. You guys can find that one. I'm sorry if I'm shaky. It's hard to hold this tablet. That's why I prefer to do this with my phone. This right here is about the astrological alignments. Stop pulling on me. Come on. I'll give you a little bit of slack. There. Drone use prohibited. They were serious about that too. Okay, let's just check this one out. Be still. If you want to read that, pause it. Okay. We're going to come down this way. Like I said, I don't know what the deal is with my tablet or my phone, but, well, my phone, it was only letting me video like 9 minutes at a time, and then it would promptly tell me I'm running out of memory space. But then when I went into my files and tried to find what was eating up my memory, it wasn't showing me. So there's no telling what's going on there. I'll have to figure that out when I finally get to sit somewhere and relax for a week or so. Which it's looking like isn't going to happen until I make it west more. Okay, this one's hard to read. My tablet's actually better at collecting it than my phone was. But it says the Serpent Mound was first described by Squire and Davis in Ancient Monuments of the Mississippi Valley, 1848. Saved from destruction in 1885 by Frederick Ward Putnam, professor of American Archaeology and Ethnology at Harvard University. The land included in the park was secured by subscription obtained by the ladies of Boston in 1887 when it was, deeded, okay. Where was I? Deeded to the trustees of the Peabody Museum of Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts. It is exempted from taxation by the Act of Legislature of Ohio in 1888. Transferred by Harvard University, May 1900, to Ohio State Archaeological and Historical Society for perpetual care. you guys could actually read that much better on the tablet. It was super hard to see on my phone, which is weird. My phone has a better camera. You can pause on that one if you want to read it as well. Let's try to get the shadow off of it. There we go. Now, like I said, I already read all this stuff because I've walked around it 3 times trying to video. I'm trying to hold this tablet in such a way that I don't drop it because I don't want to bust my screen. All right. This is the mound right here, a large portion of it. Unfortunately, they've got this closed. They said it will be open again after the summer solstice because it needs repairs. It was built in like the 1900s. I think they said 1930 or something like that, is what the video inside said. Now, while we're walking around it here, I want to take the time to talk about my sponsor. My sponsor is JusImagine. They're an independent agency in the Avoya travel network. She does international and within the United States travel plans. You don't have to be local to her area. You can just contact her via phone or email. You'll find those links in the video description. And she can get you set up with a plan to just about anywhere you want to go. You want to ask for Tracy. Now, like I said, you really can't get an idea of the full scale of what we're seeing from walking on the trail because it's a megalithic monument. So, I mean, it's something that you can really only appreciate fully from the sky. She did say there are some nice elevated areas where you can get a better view of it further up. I'm hoping I can catch one of those and get a good view of it. Now, apparently when this thing was discovered, it was actually only about a foot tall. But in the interest of preservation, they added some kind of cap to it. Oh, Lord, I'm catching a cramp. Okay, switch hands here. All right, sorry. But they added some kind of cap to it to help prevent erosion. I can't see my screen, so I'm hoping I'm getting a good view of it. Even though, like I said, get on this side. Okay. I have trouble walking her and holding the tablet with my right hand. And she's trained to only walk on the right side of me. And so, it's hard to switch hands, and then she trips me over and over again. Now, I want to keep this video at about 30 minutes, so I am keeping a brisk pace. I apologize for the shakiness, but I mean, until I get more support for the channel, I can only afford to buy so much and spend so much money outside of my gas and food. The whole point of the channel was to show you guys how to see the world, you know, on a budget, and I'm completely funding this totally by myself right now. My sponsor has helped with a little bit, but I mean, you know, she can only do so much, and I appreciate what she has done. I would like to give a shout out to Miss Mary Powell, one of my viewers. She gifted my channel a solar powered generator, which we will be seeing at a certain point. I'll show everybody that. Okay. The traditions of many American Indian tribes. The Great Serpent was a powerful spirit people could call upon. The Great Serpent for the power to cure illness or to be successful in hunting animals. The Great Serpent offered its power in the form of copper and shells, which were thought to be its scales or horns. The Great Serpent took many forms and had many names among American Indian tribes. The Delaware, or the Maxacook, I think that's how you say that, translation was a huge snake. The Miami tribe called it the Lenapencia, I'm probably saying that wrong, a reference to the underwater panther, one of the forms of the Great Serpent. I'm not even going to try to say the Shawnee one. Great Snake. and the Wyandotte onyare, monster snake. So snakes have a lot of tradition. A lot of people don't know this, but my birthday is actually June 21st, and that is the summer solstice. There is also a temple in Mexico, I believe in Tenochtitlan, and it also deifies the sun god there, which was also a feathered serpent. A lot of Native American cultures and ancient cultures believed that snakes were, deities of some sort. As a matter of fact, at that temple during the summer solstice, which is why I brought up my birthday and the summer solstice, is the only time of year that the sun shines directly down that temple steps and creates a shadow that views, it appears to be a snake going down the steps of the temple. But what you can see right here, this is actually the head, and I don't know how visible it is to you guys, but I can see it pretty well. That's an oval-shaped mound there. Some people call it the egg, I believe, and I think that the effigy is supposed to depict a serpent eating an egg. And the head is actually a little further down right there. We're walking up on it. We're still making good time. We're at 11.5 minutes. So I think I'll make the whole trail this time, assuming I don't drop my tablet or have some kind of catastrophe. Yeah, okay, so this would be the mouth of the serpent. As you can see, it's got that curved shape to the mound. And up there, not sure if I'm tall enough, but I doubt it, that's the actual head of the serpent. But this place, I've seen it on Ancient Aliens and several other History Channel shows I can't remember the names of. It's a really well-known location in America, and I've always wanted to come here. And well, this trip's been kind of a bust up to this point. I was driving up the highway, I didn't have any phone service. I was just kind of hoping I was going the right way. And I saw a sign that said Serpent Mound, 6 miles. And I said, God, I hope that's what I think it is. And I took the exit. And I managed to get signal. And you can see a good bit of it right there, the coils. It's actually not a bad view. So you can kind of get an idea of what you're seeing. Hey, no, do not. She managed to get out of my hands. But, good girl, you stayed. Sometimes if I let go of her leash, she thinks that's free run time and she'll book it. And it's hard to get her to come back once she's in play mode. But I played with her pretty extensively this morning at a rest stop. But I've always wanted to come see this place, and luck shined on me for once on this trip. And we got to see it. And I don't know. I mean, I guess, seeing it from a video and not understanding. Growing up, a lot of kids were busy watching Cartoon Network after school. The only time Cartoon Network beat the History Channel for me was when Dragon Ball Z was still airing. As I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I wear a lot of Dragon Ball Z shirts and stuff. I'm a huge Dragon Ball Z fan, always have been. Dragon Ball GT wasn't that great. I loved the original Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Super was pretty good. And I haven't got into Daima yet, but I'm gonna check it out. But anyways, other kids, they'd come home from school and they'd want to watch Cartoon Network or the Disney Channel or whatever. Me, I'd come home and boy, I could not wait to get out of school to watch anything on the History Channel that had to do with the Romans, Indians, aliens, well, Native Americans, I apologize for that. I don't want to offend anybody. It's just a habit, You get raised saying a term for so long, it's hard to break yourself of it. The Shawnee and the King of the Serpent. Okay. According to Tenskwatawa, often referred to as the Shawnee Prophet, when the first Shawnee people came to this land many thousands of years ago, several warriors were lost when they were taken beneath the sea on the back of an immense turtle. Anxious to rescue these men, the people called upon their grandfather Serpent, the king of serpents and ruler of the world below. They fasted, sang, and prayed for several days and nights. One morning they awoke to find a giant creature with the body of a serpent and the head, horns, and neck of a large buck lying dead and bleeding on the shore. Despairing now of rescuing their lost warriors, they cut the body of the creature into pieces, which they used for generations as powerful medicine. And this is a depiction of the King of the Serpent based on a Mississippian shell engraving from Moundville, Alabama. Tenskawatwa, the Shawnee Prophet. It's an amazing place though, and I mean, the people really did. They were super nice inside the gift shop when I went in and talked to the lady. Unfortunately, she didn't want to be videoed, so I wasn't able to get her giving her little speech, but her little speech was really good. So I highly recommend, before you just go walking around the place and checking stuff out, you go into the gift shop. They did tell me I can bring the dog in, so I'm gonna walk back in there and we'll catch the a little clip of the inside of the museum part again. That way you can see it in one full video. I won't be as in-depth, and hopefully I can figure out how to splice these videos together and make one full-length video. I'll have to figure that out. As you can see, we're back to the start. It's not super massive, but it's a pretty good little walk. It took me 16 minutes to come back full circle to where I started. Well, I started up there, but by the time we get up there, we'll be at about 18 minutes. All right. But it's an amazing spot, and I totally stumbled on it, and it just happened to be something that I've always wanted to go see, so I went and saw it. I don't really have much to do today, so I'm gonna have to refocus and get into serious planning mode for this trip. That way I quit running into roadblocks and we can get to actually showing some good content. At a certain point, I feel like it's kind of killing my credibility, but there's really nothing I can do because all these places are very clearly marked online as being places you can go, and then I go to them and they're not. And I've run into, I mean, I've had a gun pulled on me now 3 different times on this trip. I've run into multiple aggressive people. It's been an experience. I don't feel confident that I can take you in here without you being noisy. If you go to barking, we're gonna go back outside. Go on in. Go. You be polite in here, don't bark. So this is the inside of the gift shop area. They have some really neat stuff in here.
If I could, I would have had it done.
Oh, wow.
So I wish we were having some situation there with somebody. So, but anyway,
I have more questions. I'll see you.
Yeah.
Hold you up.
no, just come back in
This
when
way.
you're ready. Go out and see it. And I love questions. I'm the supervisor here.
Oh, are you?
So,
Okay.
but yeah, we just finished up with this big school tour. We had
Oh, here we go. That's a good aerial photo.
30 minutes ago. So you guys dodged the
All right.
What?
Alrighty then. But there's all kinds of neat stuff in the gift shop. They do have rules posted prominently in multiple locations, so make sure you follow those and be respectful of the site. It is a sacred site to the Native Americans. Let me see if I can back up on this a second. Rhythms of the Cosmos. If you guys would like to read that, please just pause the video. I'm trying to be respectful because there's other people in here now. And you can also, I was in here by myself in a previous video, and so you can see it there as well. They have all kinds of neat little artifacts they found. don't want to get anybody on video that doesn't want to be, so I'll bob around them.
Those mounds are made of Mother Earth. Mother Earth is sacred to us. We believe that the land
Okay.
cannot be owned. That land
Unfortunately, this video is already full swing, and I don't want to wait 5 minutes for it to restart. But that's also in a previous video, so be sure to check that out, guys. Alright, let's see here. And there's Penelope. I always have her with me for the people that are going to go, oh, where's she at? Come on. Go on. Good girl. Alright. And they do have garbage cans placed around. I actually did when I was on the nature trail. I picked up an old basketball and threw that away. The wind's probably pretty rough out here. If you guys can't hear me, I'm sorry. There's that other burial mound. I've got about 10 minutes left before my limit cuts off. No, don't worry about them. So we'll walk out to the burial mound. I'll let you guys get a look at that. Okay. So here we go. There's a trail that leads back there. I believe that's where the old village is, but I don't have time to make it down there and back, so we're not gonna see that. I'd like to leave something for you guys to see on your own. Now this is the burial mound here. I don't know if they were multi-person or single. They didn't specify. But you can see it's from approximately 600 BC to 100 AD. Do not walk on it. That's exceptionally disrespectful in just about every culture on the planet. And they made it very clear not to in several signs. If you come out here and you reference my channel and then you disrespect this place, I'll be very upset with you. Okay. No, you don't need to worry about that dog. Come on. Come on. She saw another dog and now she's all amped up. Okay. And there's the tank. Alright. Want a little bit of water? Give me a second to unlock my door and get in the truck. Alright. Daggum wind. You'll have to excuse the truck, it's a little dirty. I actually let go of my speakers to make room in the truck, so I don't have those anymore. A buddy of mine is going to sell those for me. Let's get her water. Okay. Alright. There you go. I always make sure she's got water and food. I don't take care of anybody quite as good as I do her. I don't even feed myself as much as she eats and gets fed and watered. Alright guys, I don't know how well you can see me. This has been an episode of Night Stalker's Odyssey out at the Great Serpent Mound in Ohio. I don't know the exact city. I'll try to find it and I'll tag it in the video description. As always guys, if you're enjoying the videos, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. And if you're interested in supporting the channel, check the description of the video and you'll find the links to do so there. Once again, if you have time and you've got travel on your mind, check out JusImagine. They're an independent agency in the Avoya travel network. As for Tracy, you can also find the links, the phone number, and the email for her in the description of the video as well.